In Tokyo, there is a story whispered among night shift workers about a village that no longer appears on maps. They say if you follow the old mountain road past the last working streetlight, you will reach Mizukage, a place where the river remembers faces. Long ago, before trains cut through the hills, Mizukage relied on a woman called Alme. Alm was not called a fortune teller. The villagers called her Miru Anna, the woman who sees. She lived in a leaning house at the river's bend. Children were warned never to look into her eyes for too long. Those who did said they felt as though something inside them had already been decided. One summer evening, a fisherman named Hideo failed to return home. By the third night, his wife Aiko walked to Am's house carrying a paper lantern. Cicadas screamed so loudly it felt like a warning. The river beside the path flowed without reflection, as though it refused to show the sky. Ama opened the door before Aiko could knock. "He is already wet," Am said. Aiko bowed deeply. "Is my husband alive?" Placed 2 fingers on Ico's wrist. The lantern flickered and went out. Am's breath caught. She saw Hideo sinking, lungs bursting, mouth opening in a soundless prayer, but the water did not claim him. It entered him, filled his eyes, wore his skin like borrowed clothing. Am released Ico's wrist and turned away. "He will return before the moon reaches its peak," she said. "When he does, do not light a lamp. Do not speak, and do not meet his gaze." Aiko thanked her and left, though dread followed her like a second shadow. That night, fog rolled in from the river, thick and low. When footsteps sounded outside her house, Aiko felt relief rise then rot. The door slid open. "Honey," Hideo said softly. His voice was correct. His shape was correct. But water dripped from his sleeves, soaking the tatami mats, though his feet never touched the floor. Aiko kept her head bowed. "Why won't you look at me?" he asked. She trembled. The thing smiled wider. "Am always tells." Aiko squeezed her eyes shut. The air grew cold. The smell of river mud filled the room. A wet hand brushed her chin, trying to lift her face. At dawn, villagers found Aiko alive, clutching her child beneath the shrine steps. They never found Hideo. They did find Am. Her house stood empty, doors open to the river. Inside, claw marks scarred the walls. Am's body was later discovered downstream, eyes forced open, mouth filled with river stones. From that day on, Mizukage emptied.